I just had some technical difficulties, and my computer completely shut down. So here's hoping that all of the footage previously recorded stayed. If not, I just primed my eyes with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, did my brows, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and Fade Auburn, and then fuddled around with the lighting in this room to see if I could make it work, because this room is sometimes hell for me to film in. And I set my eyeshadow with the shade Canvas in the James Charles Morphe palette. Now let's get into the rest of this book. Alright, so I'm going in with an M443, and I am dipping into the shade Punch Me, and I am just going to blend that into the crease here. What I'm doing is I'm starting with very natural color to kind of lay down a little bit of shading on where I want there to be depth without distributing any color, and then I'm going to warm it up to the greens by putting in B on the same brush, and that's just to warm it up and get the gradient into a more green kind of setting. Then I'm going to take an M441 and I am going in with the shade Social Blade, and I am going to put that in the crease. There was a lot of kickback, made it a little hard to breathe, but you know, that happens. And then I didn't like how this was turning out all over the lid with that brush, so what I did was I found my QUO flat packer brush. It's actually called an all over shadow brush, and so I really packed that onto the lid to give me that light green kind of soft eye, and I really used this brush to pack it all over the lid and then kind of shape it to the shape that I wanted my eye look to be. And then when that was done, I went just back in with the M441, first with no product on it, and then with a little bit of Social Blade just to kind of soften it out and get rid of any harsh lines that were developing. Then I went in with my Scott Barnes 6-2, and I went into the shade Batty, which was like a really deep grass green. I don't like the shade name, but that is what it was named. And then I just ended up putting that in the crease and really focusing it on the outer edge of the eye to make it more of a wing and just kind of make it a little bit more dramatic, but not too dramatic. Then I went back in with the M441 and blended everything out. So again, there was no harsh lines and everything was soft. Going into the Villains palette, I am going into the shade Diablo. I'm pretty sure that's the name. Let me just quick double check. It is Diablo, and I am just pressing this onto the inner corner to the center of the lid, just with my finger, as this is just a bit of a shimmery metallic shade. And then I am taking a really flat packer brush, and I'm going back into the shade Tatty, and I'm just tightlining my eyes, just to kind of give that like thicker lash appearance without making anything super dramatic. And I really didn't want to make the lines around my eye too dark or too thick. I just really just wanted a little bit of color, and then I smoked it out with my M441. I took a really, really small pencil brush and went into the shade Mama Odie in the Midnight Masquerade palette, and I just put that on my brow bone and on my inner corner of the eye. I chose Mama Odie because Mama Odie is a very neutral shade with a bit of a green shift to it. Lastly, I just threw on some $1 Million Lashes mascara, and I went about my day. When it came to my eyes were done after that. After I did that, I ended up getting a little bit of mascara just on my nose. You just have to wait till it dries. So I just kept going with my lashes, and then once it dried, I just took a clean spoolie and just wiped it off. Lastly, I'm going in with the lipstick in the shade Hades from the Villains collection. I really like how this worked with the look. All right, guys, so this is a very, I guess to me, this would be a very daytime green look. It actually almost makes me sad that I didn't dabble around in greens sooner. This looks really, really good on me. I get a little hesitant with certain colors, such as greens, purples, and reds, because I am such a cool tone fair female. I get concerned that with my blue eyes, the color will drown them out. However, I really like this look. I would wear this just as an everyday look. I think it's really pretty.
So this is part 1, and I will be uploading part 2 later this week, where we turn this into a much more smoky look. But this is definitely a look that you could wear to a Christmas party and look very beautiful and very bright and colorful without being overwhelming or too flashy. Definitely a much more subtle Christmas look, but definitely a look that would be great to rock this holiday season. So have fun, have a great day, play around with makeup, let loose, and I will see you all in my next video.